Have you ever noticed how often you abandon yourself? You say yes when you want to say no. You stay quiet when your soul is screaming for truth. You laugh when you want to cry. You agree just to avoid being left behind. Every time you do that, a piece of you drifts further away. But what if you didn't have to keep doing that anymore? This is Soulscape, a quiet space for reflection, healing, and truth. If your heart has ever felt like a stranger to itself, subscribe to this channel, not because you need to change, but because you're finally ready to come home. You may not realize it, but self-abandonment doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's small. Smiling when you're hurting. Saying it's okay when it's not. Dismissing your intuition because someone else has a louder voice. These aren't little things. They're moments when you trade your truth for temporary safety. But the cost? Your wholeness? As children, we learn quickly. If I'm quiet, they'll like me. If I'm helpful, they'll keep me. If I'm easy, I won't be a burden. So you begin to shape yourself into whatever makes others stay, and slowly you forget who you are beneath all the pleasing. But survival is not the same as being alive. Self-abandonment sounds like, I don't want to cause problems. It's fine, I'll just deal with it. I don't need anything, really. It looks like numbing your feelings, prioritizing others over yourself every time, silencing your needs to keep the peace. It feels like tiredness that rest can't fix, loneliness even in a room full of people, an ache in your chest that you can't explain. You're not wrong for wanting to be seen. You're not selfish for needing space. You're not too much for feeling deeply. These are not weaknesses. They are your compass, pointing you back to where you belong. You've just spent too long dismissing that voice inside you, but it's still there, waiting, ready. You weren't born to be acceptable. You were born to be authentic, the version of you that's been editing every sentence, shrinking in every room, numbing every emotion. That version is tired, and it's not your truth. It's your survival self, the mask you learned to wear so you could be loved in a world that feared depth. You became easy to be around, but hard to recognize, even to yourself. You smiled, you stayed quiet, you kept the peace. But in doing so, you slowly erased yourself from your own life. That ache you feel, that disconnection, that quiet grief, it's your soul mourning your absence. You have the right to be messy, to not have it all together, to be human. You don't have to always smile. You don't have to always say yes. You don't have to always be okay. Your worth isn't in your productivity, or your pleasantness, or your performance. Your worth is in your being, even when you're broken, especially when you're honest. The ones who only love your silence were never safe for your truth. The ones who only love you when you're easy were never worthy of your complexity. True love, true connection. They don't ask you to abandon yourself. They meet you where you are, even in your mess, especially in your honesty. Forgive yourself for the years you spent walking away from yourself. You didn't know. You were trying to survive. You thought that if you were small enough, quiet enough, easy enough, you'd finally be safe. But now you know. Safety isn't in disappearing. It's in returning. Returning to your truth, to your body, to your needs, to your voice. Healing doesn't begin with a plan. It begins with truth. The quiet truth that whispers, I've been gone from myself. I've ignored what I needed. I've made others' comfort more important than my own. And when you admit that, not with shame, but with softness, you open the door, and your soul takes its first breath again. Coming home to yourself isn't some grand transformation. It's in the little choices. Saying no when you used to say yes, resting when you'd normally push through, admitting when you're not okay. without apologizing tiny rebellions against a lifetime of self-betrayal. Each one is a reunion. Each one says, I haven't forgotten you. Your body knows when you're lying to yourself. It tightens, it aches, it whispers through tension, fatigue, insomnia. That discomfort you feel? It's not random. It's your body's way of saying, please, come back. Stop forcing. Start feeling. Because peace doesn't come from pushing harder. It comes from coming closer to yourself. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of your own love. You don't have to get it all right to be allowed to rest, to cry, to want more. You just have to be honest with your heart, honest with your wounds, honest about where you are. That's enough. That's more than enough. You don't need permission to be who you are, not from your parents, not from your friends, not from society, not even from your past. You are allowed to take up space, to speak, to feel, to need. You are allowed to return, fully, to the home that is you. You've been looking everywhere for the peace you lost, in relationships, in achievements, in distractions. But peace doesn't live out there. It lives where you last left yourself, in your breath, in your stillness, in the quiet truths you've been too scared to hear. It's not far. It's just waiting for you to listen. You were told, stop being so sensitive. You're too emotional. You care too much. But they were wrong. Your emotions, they are wisdom. Your depth, it's a gift. You feel things deeply because you're alive. And this world doesn't need more numbness. It needs your feeling. You're not broken. You've just been buried beneath expectations, conditioning, pleasing, performing. But the real you, the one who speaks truth, lives with heart, and refuses to settle for surface, they're still here, waiting, whispering, come back. I'm still here. Every wound you carry is not a sign of failure. It's a doorway, a chance to slow down, to soften, to ask, what part of me did I leave behind here? What truth did I bury to survive this? Your pain doesn't want to punish you. It wants to reunite you with the parts of you that got left behind. You are not a project. You are not a performance. You are not a role. You are a person, a soul, a home. Stop abandoning that home just to be accepted in houses where you don't belong. The one place you've been trying to reach has been you all along. Welcome back. Healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about letting go of who you were never meant to be. The mask, the smile, the silence. They served you once. They helped you survive. But now, you don't need them anymore. You're safe to be seen, safe to be whole. Loving yourself doesn't mean you think you're perfect. It means you're done treating your wounds like sins. It means you finally believe you're worthy of kindness from yourself. Start small. Say one nice thing. Rest when you're tired. Stop apologizing for existing. That's self-love. Not loud, but true. Your healing begins the moment you stop trying to be someone else and start listening to the person you've always been. That quiet inner voice, the one you've been silencing. It doesn't want to shame you. It wants to guide you. Back home, back inward, back to truth. Not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. Some people only speak surface. You speak soul. Don't shrink just to be digestible. Don't twist your truth to make others comfortable. You're not here to be understood by all. You're here to be authentic with yourself. That's more than enough. Every time you choose yourself, even in small ways, you're rewriting your story. You're saying, I matter. My truth matters. My needs are valid. This isn't selfish. It's sacred. You can love others without leaving yourself behind. You don't owe everyone your agreement. You don't owe everyone your energy. You don't owe everyone access to you. Kindness doesn't mean self-erasure. Being loving doesn't mean abandoning your truth. You're allowed to say no. You're allowed to have boundaries. You're allowed to protect your peace. Silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. When you stop filling the space with noise, you begin to hear yourself, your real self, not the one molded by expectation, but the one that whispers beneath it all. I'm still here. I never left. I'm ready. And that voice? That's your home. That ache you feel is not because something is wrong with you. It's because you've outgrown a version of life that was never truly yours. And letting go of it, it hurts. But it also heals. Because what you're leaving behind wasn't you. It was who you became to survive. Speaking your truth won't always be easy. It may shake the room. It may disappoint someone. It may cost you the version of life that was built on silence. But speak it anyway. Because the moment you do, you stop waiting for someone to choose you. You choose yourself. Stop trying to earn what you already are. You are not a problem to fix. You are a soul to hold. You are not behind. You are becoming. Right now, in this breath, you are enough. Not someday, not after you improve, but now, just as you are. You don't need more time. You don't need more healing. You don't need more permission. You just need to start. Start telling the truth. Start asking what you need. Start listening when your body says, I'm tired. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to come back to you. Loving yourself isn't selfish. It's the beginning of freedom. When you stop depending on outside validation to feel worthy, you become unstoppable. You don't chase approval. You don't settle for crumbs. You stop begging for what you were born deserving. And that kind of love, it changes everything. You've carried so much alone, in silence, in secret, in survival mode. But strength isn't in pretending. It's in asking for help. It's in letting yourself rest. It's in finally saying, I'm not okay, and I don't have to be all the time. You don't need to be invincible. You just need to be real. No one is coming to save you. And that's not a tragedy. It's a revelation. Because the person you've been waiting for, to choose you, to rescue you, to love you deeply, they're already here. They're already you. You are not powerless. You've just been disconnected from your own strength. Until now, you fought so hard to be accepted by others. Now it's time to fight for you, to defend your boundaries, to believe your truth, to honor your softness. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be on your own side. And once you are, everything changes. Not everyone will understand your healing. Not everyone will accept your growth. Not everyone will like your boundaries. And that's okay. Because healing isn't about being understood. It's about being honest. You're not here to explain yourself endlessly. You're here to exist fully. Let them misunderstand. You've got nothing to prove. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors with locks. You decide who gets a key. Boundaries don't make you cruel. They make you clear. They say, I love you, but I won't betray myself for you. I care, but I will not collapse to please. That's not selfish. That's sacred. Forgive yourself for staying too long, for silencing your truth, for putting yourself last, again and again. You did what you knew. You tried to survive. You gave what you could. Now give yourself something new, grace, understanding, a second chance. Your truth isn't just for you. Every time you show up honestly, you give others permission to do the same. You become a mirror, a reminder, a safe place. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to be perfect. Just be real. That's more than enough. Every time you choose rest over hustle, truth over pleasing, self-respect over silence, you are healing. These tiny shifts, they're massive, they're sacred, they're you coming home. You don't have to reinvent yourself. You just have to return. Return to your body. Return to your voice. Return to the quiet knowing that's always lived inside you. You were never lost. You were just distracted. But now, you're coming home. You don't need to beg to be loved. You don't need to prove your worth. You just need to love yourself in the ways you've always wanted others to. Speak kindly. Stay soft. Be loyal to your heart. Because no relationship will feel safe until you feel safe with you. Your pain is real, but it is not your identity. It's part of your story, but not the whole story. You are more than the wounds. You are more than the losses. You are what rises in spite of them. Choose yourself, not once, but over and over again. Choose yourself when it's hard, when it's inconvenient, when no one else is choosing you, because that consistency, that loyalty, it builds a love that no one can take away. Peace inside you, clarity inside you, worth always been there. You've just been searching everywhere but within. Close the tab, turn down the noise, and listen. It's been here all along. Coming home is not a moment. It's a way of living, a way of showing up, a way of choosing presence over pretending, wholeness over performing, truth over approval. It's a rhythm, and it's yours to return to any time. No partner, no achievement, no audience will ever complete you, because you're not missing. You've just been waiting for your own embrace, your own voice, your own return, and now you're ready. You've rushed long enough. You've run far enough. You've tried to outrun your truth, your needs, yourself. Stop, breathe, and turn inward. There is nothing out there more powerful than what already lives within you. You're not lovable because you're perfect. You're lovable because you're real, because you care, because you try, because you're still here. Even after all that's tried to silence you, you're still you. And that's beautiful. You've spent so long abandoning yourself to be loved. Now it's time to love yourself enough to stop abandoning yourself. No more shrinking, no more pleasing, no more disappearing. This is your return. This is your homecoming. This is you. If this message touched a part of you, subscribe to Soulscape. Not for me, but for you. So you never forget. You are not too much. You are not too late. You are not alone. You are home.